Convert the following complex numbers into Cartesian form. So 4 cis pi by 3 means 4 cos pi by 3 plus 4i sine pi by 3. Now these are standard angles, and you should know that cos of pi by 3 is a half, and that sine of pi by 3 is root 3 over 2. And so we get 2 plus 2i root 3, or 2 root 3i. I usually don't write it behind the radical, the square root, because you can miswrite that and then put the I inside. So I tend not to do that, but I will occasionally. The next one is 4 root 2. And I wrote cis, but I meant to write cos. So that's cos negative 3 pi by 4 plus 4 root 2, and I've written the I after the square root there, but I've been careful that it isn't in the square root. And that is sine negative 3 pi by 4. Now, negative 3 pi by 4 is an angle down here. It's in the T quadrant. So both the sine and the cosine are negative. The associated acute angle here is 45 degrees, or pi by 4. And in both cases, we get root 2 over 2. So we've got 4 root 2 times negative root 2 on 2 plus 4 root 2i negative root 2 on 2. So the root 2 and the root 2 cancel with the 2 on the bottom. And so we get negative 4 minus 4i. Now 5 cis pi by 2 is 5 cos pi by 2 plus 5i sine pi by 2. Cosine of pi by 2 is 0, sine of pi by 2 is 1, so this is just 5i. And that number would be sort of here. And so it would be up there, a distance 5, and pi by 2 here. And finally, we have 3 cos negative pi plus 3i sine negative pi. And we should know that cos of negative pi, out here, the cosine of negative pi is negative 1, and the sine of negative pi is 0, so that is just the real number, negative 3.